Honorable Men Discord. Pastor TD Jakes steps down. Let's talk about it. All right, so if you haven't heard by now, Pastor TD Jakes has chosen to step down from his congregation, which he started back in 1996. It's called Potter's House Church. It's in Dallas, Texas. He's been running it, they said, for about 30 years. And there's a lot of mixed reactions about him stepping down. First and foremost, back in November of 2024, Pastor TD Jakes had a medical condition whilst in front of his congregation on stage. That's what I have to the side. If you haven't seen that, we're going to get into that and we're going to talk further about it.
Now, Lord, let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength, my Redeemer. Let him go in peace.
All right, so that happened back in November of 2024. Now, at the time when this happened, there was speculation that this was all an act because of the possible implications that he may have of being associated with some of the conduct that Diddy was accused of being involved with. And because he has a friendship with Diddy, some say that, this was just, it was all just theatrics to distract from him possibly being as guilty as Diddy, right? But I'm not here to say whether or not I think it's true. I don't know. In today's world, anything is possible. I'm not judge and jury, but I don't know, right? This is the news report to the side of me where it's just speaking on the fact that he's decided to step down. Again, there's mixed emotions about this. Some people feel like he's stepping down because of November's incident that I just showed, because of health reasons. Others feel like this was all planned out so that he could avoid the media attention that may be coming soon. And when I say soon, I mean very soon. Because as many of you may know, and if you don't, you will now, the Diddy trial begins May 5th, which is actually 3 days after this video premieres. All right, so May 5th, the Diddy trial begins. Right, so the coincidence of him stepping down is there. I must admit it is there. But all of this is odd. He's planning to leave the church in the hands of his daughter and his son-in-law. So they'll be continuing the Sunday service and all the other services that they may have. And I don't know. He announced this the Sunday after Easter Sunday. So this happened, the incident that I just showed you happened in November. So you wonder, why would he take this long to make that decision? Who knows? We don't know. But, to announce it, and we're just about to have a Diddy trial in a few days, looks a little bit, peculiar. I'll leave it at that. But in any event, this is the news report covering the fact that TD Jakes is stepping down. Let's get into it.
That we're following now, Bishop T.D. Jakes, the leader of Dallas megachurch, the Potter's House, announced today that he will be stepping down. Jakes is a world-renowned pastor. Remember, he suffered a heart attack in front of his congregation last November. Well, this morning, Jakes said that his daughter and son-in-law will now take the lead. Fox 4 Stephen Dial is in studio tonight with more. Stephen, welcome.
This was a shock to many in the religious community. Bishop T.D. Jakes has been a spiritual advisor to presidents and a religious voice to thousands. Now he says it's time to pass the baton to a new generation.
This is a beautiful moment for me.
From the pulpit Sunday, Bishop T.D. Jakes announced that he was stepping down from leadership at the Potter's House, the Dallas megachurch he founded in 1996 and has led ever since.
I cannot afford, especially after November, to risk something happening to me and you be sheep without a shepherd.
This is video from the service Jakes is referencing in November. It wasn't until months after his medical incident that he confirmed to the public he had a heart attack. Now, 5 months later, he told his congregation he had been preparing his daughter, Pastor Sarah Jakes Roberts, and his son-in-law, Pastor Torrey Roberts, to take the lead.
I talked to the board because I was concerned. I have seen too many men build something and stay so long that they kill what they build.
His daughter and son-in-law moved to Dallas during the pandemic and have increased their roles in the church operations over the years.
And I know you guys are so tired. You had a heart attack on stage and still asked for the microphone so that they would be okay over you. I know what this cost.
We will see fruit unlike anything we have ever seen before, so thank you.
In nearly 30 years at the helm, Jakes has presided over services that reached tens of thousands in person and online. He served as an advisor to multiple presidents and was a featured speaker at the inauguration of President Barack Obama. The church's ministry launched wide-ranging programs that span the globe, from health and financial initiatives for underserved communities to offender reentry assistance. Jakes told his members they will still see him, but it was time to take a step back.
There's some ways that I want to prepare us for the days ahead that I can't do it completely from the pulpit. Every now and then I think they'll let me preach, but there's some work in the vineyard that needs to be done.
So there you have it. That was the news report about T.D. Jakes stepping down. But as I mentioned, there are mixed emotions about this. But we're going to get into 3 separate reactions to him stepping down and how some people feel about it. So let's get into it.
Allegedly, Pastor T.D. Jakes is supposed to be stepping down as pastor. In the midst of everything that's happening with Diddy, he has now decided to step down. Now, if this is true, it's already too late, sir. It's already too late. The damage has been done. Allegedly, Pastor T.D.
That's all she had to say. But you can see some people are riled up by this announcement because they feel like he's not taking accountability for what he possibly may have done or cooperated with. But that's yet to be seen. But we'll find out soon enough on May 5th as the trial for Diddy begins.
All praise to the Most High. Thank you for this beautiful Thursday. The rest is up to me. Let's go get it. You woke up this morning. You need to give praise to the Most High. A lot of people ain't wake up this morning, but you weren't grateful. Let's get right into it. Pastor T.D. Jakes allegedly stepped down. You got people coming out accusing him of the same stuff with P. Diddy, right? So allegedly he stepped down. And I just want to say to people, when you a pastor like T.D. Jakes, you're supposed to be a leader of the community, all right? And you preaching the word of God and you playing with God. People like T.D. Jakes, when they go to hell, they bust wide open. Oh, yeah, they get it worse than a regular person. Everybody should follow the Most High and ask the Most High for forgiveness and try to walk on that righteous path, all right? But if you somebody that's teaching the word, you somebody that's supposed to be a pillar of the community, a leader, and you do evil, wicked stuff, you playing with the Most High. So, T.D. Jakes, if what's said by these accusers, you should have been stepped down a long time ago. Yeah. You shouldn't be preaching the word of God if you playing with the Most High. See, you got people out here like T.D. Jakes taking people money, acting like he righteous and he rolling with Jesus Christ, he with the Most High. You not like us, T.D. Jakes. Nah. These people are nothing like us. They are wicked. Anytime you play with the Most High like T.D. Jakes, if this is true, you're wicked. You are wicked. And I seen you at Diddy party. There's no way a pastor supposed to be at P. Diddy party. All right? That's just like these people go on Epstein Island, all these presidents and billionaires, Bill Gates 37 times on Epstein Island. Yeah, 37 times. These people are wicked, man. Like Malcolm X said, and I'm going to continue. All celebrities are puppets, including T.D. Jakes. Yeah, T.D. Jakes is a puppet. Don't get it twisted, people. Find you a church. It's going to be hard. Oh, man. It's going to be hard, but you can do it. The Most High got you. Find you a church where the pastor is righteous. He not at P. Diddy parties. All right? It's your boy Abdullah Fo, really #1 Cap Pillar. Hey, T.D. Jakes, I got to give it to him. I'm from the block, so you know I got to give it to him. Holla at your boy. I'll pray.
All right. I'm going to get into the final reaction to this T.D. Jakes stepping down announcement. Let's go.
Breaking news! So I just left church and my pastor told us that T.D. Jakes has officially stepped down from his mega church in Dallas, Texas. Now, as y'all may know, T.D. Jakes is also Sean Diddy Combs' spiritual advisor. And also, Sean Diddy Combs' trial starts in 1 week. Now, Pastor T.D. Jakes' daughter, Sarah Jakes, has been...
I just want to say one thing. I don't see anything wrong with any pastor being a celebrity's spiritual advisor. Where he went wrong was the allegations of him attending some of Diddy's parties. Now, whether he was there for just a brief moment, it just doesn't look good. You know, I don't know if any of you agree with that, but it just doesn't look good. But at the end of the day, a pastor's job is to be there to help, what's the right word? Fellowship to those in need. And those in need is pretty much every living man and woman out alive, because we're all not perfect. So, you know, Diddy could have came to him needing spiritual advice, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole purpose of the pastor and what he stands for. So I don't see anything wrong with that. So I don't know why, you know, but then again, human nature, we're going to judge, because if you're standing next to someone that is perceived to be evil or corrupt or whatever other word you could use to describe someone who is not perfect, whenever you as a pastor, who people look up as a God-fearing individual who is supposed to do better, know better, if you're standing next to someone that's well known like a Diddy, you know, the scrutiny is going to come with that. But that's the pastor's job. So, I mean, any pastor that's out there, I don't believe, should shy away from wanting to fellowship with someone who comes to them in need of hearing scripture or advice. So that, you know, regardless of what the world thinks, the issue comes with whether or not allegations that were made against T.D. Jakes are true or not. That's where the issue comes. The issue comes with, if you're a pastor, you know, whatever leadership role you're in, if you're attending certain parties that may be questionable. That's when issue presents itself and is a valid reason for people to question it. But let me let her continue.
Pastoring the church for quite some time now. So the baton has been passed to Sarah. Well deserved and congratulations. Now, my pastor announced this because he wanted us to pray collectively for T.D. Jakes because he has led a lot of people to Christ. Now, the magic question is, will T.D. Jakes have to take the stand during the Sean Diddy Combs trial? That's the magic question. Breaking news!
All right, I'm going to end this with Cat Williams and what he said on Club Shay Shay because it still resonates with what's going on now. So let's get into that.
As Cat Williams calls out Bishop T.D. Jakes and watches T.D. Jakes and Geno Jennings' response.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, T.D. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Good, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good because I know the truth.
T.D. Jakes, do not speak against homosexuality.
There you have it. What's your thoughts on T.D. Jakes stepping down? Do you think it's truly based on his health condition and what took place on November of 2024, or do you think it has something to do with the Diddy trial, or maybe a combination of both? Maybe he does have a health condition. Maybe. What's your thoughts on it? One thing I will say though is, which is obviously evident and it's been evident for a very long time, is Christianity is taking a huge hit, and a lot of people don't respect Christianity. One thing I'll say on this, because I'm not here to speak on, what's right, the better religion and things like that, because I've noticed I've seen, and well before I even started the podcast, I've noticed there's been talks about, because of the things that's been happening in Christianity, people are talking about other religions and comparing the religions. Here's the thing. First and foremost, I believe faith is supposed to be personal, right? Although, yes, you go and you congregate with others of like minds, it's a personal thing. So I think where the problem happens is, first and foremost, it doesn't matter what religion you subscribe to, right? And I'm only speaking to those that subscribe to a religion, not atheists or non-believers. But no matter what religion you subscribe to, it's a personal thing, right? And one thing that we need to all agree on is there's not one perfect person in any religion. I don't care. You could mention the leaders, the forefathers of any particular religion. Not one person is perfect. We're all imperfect. The problem is that no one wants to admit that. As humans, we are flawed, so we constantly point the finger at other people and other congregations, other religions. It's clear as human beings we haven't gotten anything right in decades and centuries, right? Can we agree on that? So with that being said, you're never going to find a perfect human being. It's not a surprise when we find out stuff that Kanye West recently revealed about his past, or when we find out allegations back in the days with Michael Jackson. And the reason why I'm bringing up certain names is people that are revered, we sometimes assume or expect them to be perfect, which regardless if you're under the spotlight or not under the spotlight, there's not one perfect person on this planet Earth. The problem is that we at some point in times start to feel like we're perfect, and we start pointing the finger and judging other people out of convenience because we don't want to put the spotlight on ourselves. But the truth of the matter is, when you turn the computer off, you turn your cell phone off, and you're alone, only you know that your imperfections, and you know that you're not perfect. what we should learn from all of this is, again, take accountability for the fact that we're not perfect. We're going to allow things to play out on May 5th to find out if there's any truth to the association with Diddy. But don't, in my opinion, don't be quick to rush to judge on Christianity as a whole, because Christianity has its imperfections, because there's imperfect people that embody Christianity, and there's imperfect people that embody other religions. Now, some other religions, maybe they keep a tight seal on information being released, but trust me, it's there. Why I know it's there? Because the people in there are imperfect. Again, there's no perfect person on this earth. And that's all I have to say to this. I don't want to just ramble on and on and on, but that's all I have to say as far as the attack on Christianity. But other than that, what's your thoughts on this episode? What's your thoughts on whether or not TD Jakes is stepping down out of convenience? But that's all I have for today. As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. I mean, hit that like button. Some of you, I'm saying hit the like button. I don't think you're hitting the like button, but you're watching, and I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.